So, good morning, students. We shall today discuss thermal stresses in a steel bar. Suppose this is a steel bar, right, with some diameter, and this steel bar is subjected to temperature, or you can say if it is subjected to heat. What will happen in this steel bar or steel rod? Obviously, because of the rise in temperature, temperature stresses will be developed. Suppose the length of this steel bar is L, and initially this steel bar is at room temperature, suppose 27 degrees Celsius. I have heated this rod and now the temperature is suppose 48 degrees Celsius. So what will be the change in temperature, delta T, or you can say increase in temperature, 48 minus 27. 21 degrees Celsius will be the
Yes,
change or increase in
correct.
temperature. This rod may be of any metal, either it may be steel, copper or brass, so it will have some fixed coefficient of linear expansion, right? The unit of coefficient of linear expansion is per degree Celsius. So these are the three parameters which we know: original length, change or increase in temperature, and the coefficient of linear expansion or coefficient of thermal expansion we know. So increase in length because of temperature is evaluated alpha L delta T. Alpha coefficient of linear expansion, L original length, and delta T the increase or change in temperature. It's not like that these stresses will be developed only when temperature will be increased. If temperature will be decreased also, because of the decrease in temperature also the stresses may develop. If you have reduced this temperature 27 to say 2 degrees Celsius, so decrease in temperature may also induce stresses in rod. So you have to multiply these three parameters: coefficient of linear expansion, change in temperature, and original length. You will get the change in length because of the changes in temperature which are induced on this rod. We have seen that strain is a unitless parameter and strain is change in length upon original length. This equation you know very well. We have discussed in various classes earlier. So this change in length delta L, if I am substituting this value here, which is alpha L delta T upon original length L, this will get cancelled and you will get alpha into delta T. So because of the temperature stresses, strain will be equal to alpha into delta T. Now Young's modulus of elasticity E is stress upon strain. So if we want to calculate the temperature stresses within this rod, strain will be multiplied with E. So stresses, I can abbreviate like this also, stresses because of temperature rho T will be equal to strain into E. So it is very simple. So in this way you have to remember these three things, or I can say these two things. Change in length is alpha L delta T, and strain is change in length upon original length. If you will divide, you will get alpha delta T, and stress because of temperature will be E into strain. So stress will be equal to E into strain. Strain is alpha T multiplied by E. So in this way you can calculate the temperature stresses. Now let us discuss one numerical related to this. One aluminium bar is fixed at both the ends. This aluminium bar, which is fixed at both ends, is heated through 20 degree. Here the units are Kelvin, temperature units 20 K. So whatever the initial temperature is, it is not mentioned in this numerical. So we will take it as the change in temperature as 20 K. Modulus of elasticity for this aluminium rod is given as 80 gigapascal. Note students, gigapascal means 80 into 10 to the power 9. Megapascal means 10 to the power 6, and gigapascal means 10 to the power 9. Pascal stands for Newton per meter square. So if I want to convert this meters into millimeter square, then 1 meter is 10 to the power 3 millimeters. So 1 meter square will be equal to 10 to the power 6 millimeter square. So if you will divide 10 to the power 9 by 10 to the power 6, you will get 80 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per millimeter square. So in this way you have to follow the unit conversion, and the coefficient of linear expansion or thermal expansion is given as 24 into 10 to the power minus 6 per Kelvin. Now the data given available with you is Young's modulus of elasticity, change in temperature, coefficient of thermal expansion, and you have to determine the stress developed in the bar. So you have to determine, either you can abbreviate like this rho t, or you can abbreviate like this rho t. So the numerical is very simple. You have to determine the stresses because of temperature. We have seen that stresses are determined by alpha into delta T into E. So alpha 24 into 10 to the power minus 6, delta T is 20 K Kelvin, and modulus of elasticity Newton per millimeter square I have converted. So this value we have used here. So finally you have obtained the stresses developed because of this change in temperature as 38.4 Newton per mm square, that is 38.4 megapascal. So students, this numerical is very easy, and the variations in these numericals may be, as we have seen, either you may be given change in temperature alpha and original length, and you are asked to calculate the change in length. In this numerical, length original length is not given. If assume that this bar is having some original length, say 50 centimeters, then 50 centimeters will be equal to 500 millimeters. So if length is known 500 millimeters, alpha value is given 24 into 10 to the power minus 6, delta t it is 20k. So you can calculate the change in length also. But in this numerical, you are supposed to calculate only the change in stresses. Stresses developed because of the temperature. So stress calculations has been done using this equation, alpha into delta T into E. One more variation can be like this. You are supposed to calculate the strain, most important objective for GATE. Alpha and delta T is given, only you have to calculate strains. Suppose alpha is given, delta T is given, and you have to calculate only strain in that particular rod. So alpha delta T will be equal to strain. So I think students, you can calculate change in length, you can calculate strain, you can calculate temperature stresses using this simple equation. In this way, we have discussed the stress calculations, temperature stresses calculations, and change in length. So I think in my next class we shall discuss the generalized Hooke's law and Mohr's circle. Thank you.